Hey there, it's Scotty, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Scotty, and we do play The Sims here. And if you're returning, hey, friend, we have another. This is actually like a full build. In this series, I think I have a couple of we decorate videos. I think just one full decorate, but in the series, we decorate quite a bit. And we're going to get kind of back to it because Xiomara is kind of her and her husband are. Oh, she got a husband. Her and her husband her and her husband are kind of on a new venture. So far, um, Josiah is kind of just getting a different taste of life, and he's experiencing different things. Um, namely being around Ziomar and her family, and not being around his and having to listen to his parents and things like that. Um, and feeling disrespected and things of such and forthwith. So him and his wife are going to kind of just do what they want to do. Just go out. We don't necessarily feel the need to stay in Chestnut Ridge. We don't need to just do the family business. So Ziomara and Josiah have decided to buy an empty plot of land, and then they're building upon it. And this land will be a residential rental, and it is a residential rental. They just bought it. It was like 2,100 simoleons, 2,140. And then we've built basically a $250,000 house here. And since it's a residential rental, we can actually rent it out. I've looked in game, and will, in the episode look in game and everything, but I want to say 1,200 a month rent wise. That's like the max rent we can charge is 1,200 a month. And with her apartment building, she will be generating a decent amount of money per month. Um, every time her rent cycles are due. So, I'm super excited to kind of play here. But this place, I kind of Googled modern Mediterranean. Nope, I'm sorry, modern Philippine house. And just out of a couple of pictures and amalgam of things, I kind of rigged this up. So there were these like fun pillars out front. We didn't have anything that was like skinny enough but also thick enough, so I just used these one tile walls, like half walls, and there was like this fence part where it was like elevated, and it had like a little shrubbery up under it. And I wanted to kind of do that without drawing a flower box, and I wanted that part of the fence over there on the right to be higher than the rest of the fence because that's kind of what I was seeing. So that's why we put the building. We drew a building, put it on a foundation, and then drew the fence of the foundation to the part where we wanted that elevated fence. Put the shrubbery under it, and then it's kind of delete the rest. And that's how we kind of get that elevated fence thing there. We are building this with the intention that Ziomara's nephew TK will be moving in here with his adopted son Cobalt. So I color code my Sims. If you've been watching this series, you have to have noticed Ziomara has a pink and seafoam kind of green color scheme going on. Josiah is blending into that slowly but surely. So TK's color is red. If we're ever in TK's house, you'll just see a bunch of red. And so to kind of keep me on that path, I was like, there was a car in the picture that I was looking at. So there were, you know, I put a car there, and I was like, ooh, it's gotta be red. So we put a red Range Rover right there, just to be, because we're also rich, rich, rich. So it's kind of, I'm doing what I think is going to look right. And then when I build, I need to kind of at least envision where we're going. So I'm putting things in places where I'm like, okay, this is looking right. I can kind of get my idea for what I'm going for the next part of this. So we're basically working on the entrance here. The entrance. I almost said it twice. So there's like a carport. Um, I didn't want to put it. All the fences I was going to put there were too small to like, you know. Of course, cars don't work in this game. That's not a functional car. It's Deco, but it didn't look like any of the fences would open wide enough for it to drive through. So I ended up doing just like some wall pieces and a spandrel, um, which kind of gives like this nice little entrance kind of thing anyway. So enjoyed that. And there's like this little over peak. It's not a balcony because you can't actually get out there. It's it's just it's actually just part of the carport. So yeah, we're just making sure that everything logistically is matching and meeting up. I think these columns probably change, or did I change them? Yeah, to the ones from seasons. I think I had the ones from For Rent first. Yeah, and then I put that door from Eco Living there, but that changes as well. Um, Sometimes I put something somewhere and it just looks like I'm gonna leave it, and it's because it's a placeholder. But I come back or I find something different that'll work. I think we ended up going with the doors from For Rent because the doors from For Rent were actually are pretty good actually. Um, Looking pretty good. So we're trying to figure out some driveway pieces and things. There's again from For Rent. There's that like little tiled floor with the grass in between. I love. So you see me trying to work it in here. It just looks like kind of like a formal walk up to the door. And then everything else is kind of like that stone, um, which I want to say came with For Rent as well. Or was that the one from? I think it's one of the newer things. So I think it's the floor from the castle kit. Is like what the driveway is made out of. So there's kind of like this studio space up here that has like a private little its own like little stair section too. So I'm kind of doing these like half walls on the side because that's what I was seeing in like the reference pictures that I have. There was like these half walls like that kind of like ascended up. So yeah, working over there, and it the more and more we go, the more and more it comes together. Um, and but but anyways, I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. If you're just you like speed builds and you're just watching a speed build, hi. I'm doing a series on my channel that we're doing this build for called Xiomara. And that is the lady with the umbrella in the front yard because, you know, we bought this land. And I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood to build a house. So we just kind of went ahead and did that. So she does own this, and I'm so ready to rent it out and like play in game. But yeah, the windows from Eco Lifestyle were kind of my friend here. I was looking for big open windows for like to kind of open up a space and things. And Eco Lifestyle has a lot of nice um big windows. Some have like are a little ornate, and they have like, you know, little blockings and stuff on outside, which go really well in modern buildings. Because if you like look at a lot of modern buildings, um, you'll see like just decorative pieces on the building itself. So I feel like Eco Lifestyle has windows that kind of look like that. Um, yeah. So I'm actually pretty happy with the way that it is panning out. You know, even though I've seen it, it is completed, fully decorated form. But I'm just like, look, you know, when you watch a build, you're like, oh my god, look at it go together. And so I did use the stone from the castle kit, a castle estate kit or something. Save your game, folks. If you're anything like me and watching a Sims something while you build or play or getting cast, save your game. Save your game. Um, but yeah, the castle is the cat. I'm just going to call it the castle kit. The latest kit that came out that's got castle in the name, um, has some really nice pieces. They are very specific, but I love the stone textures that came with that kit. They're very very well done. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And um, yeah, so the stones, the walls, the floors, um, the little battlements and everything, they're actually quite nice. So I am working on the roof here because I had a reference picture, and roofing is hard for me. If it were left up to me, would have just lined this in the lowest tier half wall, threw a little paint on it, and moved right on. That's how I roof all my modern buildings. We just do a little very small half wall. And but yeah, I'm going for this. I don't even know what it's called. I know there's like hipped and gabled and all that good stuff. But it's a roof piece and it is sideways and it is funky. Um, yeah, I think I probably stopped to grab some water or I was probably watching something. Pause for way too long. Even sped up. So yeah, the I'm putting like some little light fixtures out there on that wall. Distracting myself from roofing. Don't want to do it. Don't want it done. All right. And we're putting on our big boy pants and just going to roof the rest of this. There's a lot of hesitation here. Mm-hmm. A lot of nervousness, a lot of fear. Because roofing is hard and I don't know what I'm doing. So I am like concentrated. I don't know. There's like a different type of texture that goes on the roof part, and I think I was like just kind of looking for it and seeing what would go with what we had, and I think I ended up going with like a light texture on the. I don't know if that stays. It might though. So yeah, there's this like little part here that I was trying to figure out, and it's hard. So yeah, look, let that man roof. I don't. I'm trying to remember what I did here, and I'm watching like, well, that don't work. So yeah, because there's like this weird little gap there. I think we ended up, yeah, we ended up trusty little half wall. Paint it on up. Don't it look right? I'm kidding. But I think we ended up pulling the larger piece just a little forward, so it does kind of yeah. See, you know, from certain angles you gotta hide it. But yeah, it's coming together on the outside, slowly but surely. But that's kind of one of my favorite builds to do. Is you are slowly sitting there chilling, relaxing, and kind of letting whatever vision you have in your head come to the foreground. And so that's kind of what we got to do here. And I love it's like one of my favorite kind of save your game. It's one of my favorite things to do. So if I am not mistaken, that is basically the structure. That is the structure. I think we're kind of going to start, yeah, putting little roof textures on and adding some foliage. I wanted to keep it kind of what was in the area, so we've got some more tropical looking plants in the front yard. We're going to cover some of these foundations with some things, just and also with foliage that looks like it would make some sense. Some hosta lilies right there. And yeah, we end up throwing a little fence there to kind of separate off the entrance walkway, the front yard. TK loves a little yoga. He does. He loves a little yoga. So we put out a yoga mat here and I think a sugarcane drink tray, because yoga is thirsty work. It's an instructor's mat from Spa Day, so people might be able to come and join us do yoga in the front yard. Sometimes when I build, I do want to look at functionality. I think that's the type of builder I am or I want to be. And I always look for what is the sim going to do realistically here. Is it functional and everything? So coming through, straight through the house, not looking inside. We are going to transition out to the back. We are doing us a little backyard out here, somewhere we can kind of come and chill and relax. It's in Tomarang on the Tamning Sands lot. So there's like a little private beach back there, which is why the fence, yeah, the fence is there. I mean, the gate. Mm-hmm. I meant gate. I said fence. I corrected myself and then said, no, I'm right. Anyways, um, the fence is there so you can kind of go to the little private beach that's here in Tomarang. And I'm kind of excited for that because, it's warm in game. I want to have my Sims come out there and, I think in TK Safe Out is actually warm in there. So we're going to be able to experience a nice little warm beach day out there by the sand, and I love it. I think it's going to be pretty dope. Yeah, so you can kind of see the red furniture popping up, and I'm using complementary colors, so it'll be like black and red and whites kind of in this house here. Almost a little too much so, but it's kind of like TK's established style, So got a little pool going back here, and doing some terrain paint, adding some more of these like lilies around the big hostas, and a little umbrella for a little lounge area. It's a nice little place to sit. I think we ended up putting a grill back here, so um, you. I say that and I don't remember putting a grill back here. So yeah, if your sim has a grill, they can put it back here because I'm going to put this on the gallery. It's got custom content, of course, so just make sure you look at it. Look for it with custom content, and yeah, my gallery page is Scotty Yadi Yadi, and so if you want to download this, you can. Um, yeah, so we are in the back here, making sure that we've got a nice little overhang roof part. And everything looks like it is coming together. Nice little backyard area, which, stand that for us. I love the wind chimes in game because I think it's hilarious that some Sims don't like wind chimes. It is a random moodlet. Sometimes a Sim just isn't a wind chime girly. And I find those Sims fascinating because I have never seen a wind chime and haven't been like, ooh, a wind chime. Like, like, so the fact that there might be a person out there that's just like never cared for a wind chime, hate it. I hate whimsical fun. Don't like it. I'm interested. I want to know if you don't like wind chimes. They make your teeth grind. Put in the comments. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Put in the comments. How dare you like wind chimes, bitch? I'm kidding. Don't do that. But I that is if you don't like wind chimes, I want to know. I just want to like, what did a wind chime ever do to you, other than be fun and try to make you fun? Just chiming in the wind. Anytime I hear a wind, I have wind chimes actually on my front porch. This video is very long. We are rambling, babes. I have a wind chime on my front porch, and like anytime my windows open and I hear the wind chimes going, I'm like, ooh, it's a little windy outside. Like, it's probably the most boring thought to have in the world, but ooh, it's a little windy out there. Okay. Um, they're just whimsical and fun. Anyways, we're trying to make this stairwell look like something. Um, so we put these little kind of divider things. I think they came with Eco Lifestyle. Um, and I'm trying to kind of make it like a wall on either side, but the stairwell was not letting me have it, girl. So kind of let it go and ended up putting some mirrors under the slats there to kind of give this place a little dimension. But then at the beginning of the stairwell, we do delete the wall, so it's just the slats there with the mirrored pieces. Kind of creates like a nice little interesting dynamic there. All of this changes. I think I tried to do the same thing at the top of the stairs. Um, didn't, I mean, it kind of semi worked, I guess. I don't know. but yeah, we're doing kind of almost the same thing here. Um, I ended up sectioning some of this off. Like that's what I wanted to do downstairs, would delete the whole thing, kind of just have those pieces there. But I ended up putting a mirror again. Just repeat your build hacks, people. That's how you get a house built. So we ended up making this like the landing for the stairwell. Kind of get to see out into the backyard or the front yard there. Um, and then we are kind of floor planning the second floor, which is kind of where everybody sleeps. So already kind of on the front right up there, we've got like a little studio space, and then we're just doing like some little corridors and drawing some rooms. Technically, with the studio, this if this, you count the studio as a room, this house has 4 bedrooms, a master, and like 3 other. Yeah, I want to say. Yeah. So there are 3 over in this little dark section that we're doing, and then um, the studio's got enough natural light. It's kind of got its own little glow going. Over there in the corner, we are starting our laundry room. So there's going to be a washer and dryer set up here. Ended up replacing the door with that door from For Rent. Or is that Growing Together? It's Growing Together. I thought it was For Rent, and I lied to you. We're putting a little fireplace right there. Starting to decorate just a little bit. I always have a hard time of like, when do I move on? Am I done floor planning? And so then I feel like I'm jumping around to things. But yeah, we're and I do. I'm like, oh, this would look nice up here. So let's go upstairs. And then now I found something else, and then we're gonna go back downstairs. So, where inspiration strikes, that's where you plant your flag, okay? And yeah. So we're adding more of these big windows that came with Eco Lifestyle because, I mean, we live here right on the beach. I'm sorry, you want to see it out of a big gigantic ass window. So, I'm so sorry, my allergies. Um, yeah. So you want to see it out of a big gigantic window, um, and then we did we need a little window diversity, and in some of these rooms we just need like smaller windows. Not everything needed to be a big gigantic bay window or something. So those are just kind of being thrown down there. We are using the ones from, I think these might actually be from, they're either from Growing Together or For Rent. Nope, they're not from For Rent. They're from Growing Together. Um, yeah. See, and when I'm placing the windows, I'm looking in like in camera mode to see like, yeah, are we getting a good view here? Because when you're playing in your game and you're playing your Sims, having a nice vista just helps. And if your sim is sitting in front of that giant window and it's, we get to catch a glimpse of waves, it just I don't know. I think everything about this game lends itself to the storytelling aspect of the game style that I like to play with. So I believe, you know, if you're telling a story, you're telling a visual story. You know, and the visuals help. So that's you know that features cast, that features build mode. Your Sims look cute to you, your house looks cute to you, and everybody has a different aesthetic. So what's cute to you is cute to you. It just inspires more storytelling to me. So that's why I spend so much time on it. So I wanted to use something different over here because I like the functionality of some of the things that have come in later packs, like the wine rack. We can get bottles of wine and then put them in there, and they'll actually fill up. So I thought that would kind of be like a cool little cabinet spot over there. So we've got some wine holders, and I raised this kitchen up on a platform, and now we've got I think this set is from Home Chef Hustle, but I don't end up keeping that there. um Sometimes I just like to use matching sets, but I don't remember what that cabinet is, but we ended up using a small piece from it, and that is a very CC stove. It is, I think it's it's the Rutland set. Don't get me the line. I don't know by who, but I think it's the, oh, I don't want to lie, but I think it's the Rutland set. And yeah, we're just kind of putting everything we need in for a kitchen, placeholder furniture. Um, we are trying to find some accents. I didn't want to do too much in here, like walls and stuff being red. I wanted it to mostly be the furniture. Like if the furniture and everything were, um, you know, the red accents, then it wouldn't be too much. You know, you do too much of one color, it becomes like if anybody's ever done the not so berry challenge, doing too much of one color will make it look very hokey. So like you do too much purple, it's going to look too grape, you know. So this is a very open space, and I wanted to kind of break it up, and so we ended up using these little planter things. I want to say they came from Eco Lifestyle, but we put them in the window over by the fireplace, and so we're kind of repeating them over here. Um, Over here, I don't know why I didn't paint this wall. I felt like it would kind of almost in like a real estate, like these were flown in from Salvadorada. So we use like those like little placard things from Salvadorada to kind of add some, so, you know, some real history and some fancy farfoo. That's not a word to the house. Because when we show the house, we want to be like, you know, these plates are all individually stolen from Salvadorada. So I'm very interested in seeing if he likes those. And I kind of started placing them and I was like, oh, they're nice little patterns and stuff. And it's something different to kind of put into the room. So yeah. We end up putting this like, it's actually something TK already has. So we end up putting this entertainment center, I guess that's kind of what I would call it, but I don't know if that's like the proper title for it. But we end up putting this entertainment center there. We don't fully decorate it because a sim is eventually going to move in here, and when that sim moves in here, we are going to have them um, decorate it themselves. They've got things of their own in their own house that I want them to kind of put in here. If you're following me on Twitch, you know TK kind of has this. This is basically TK style, just littered with eclectic things that he has found. Yeah, stuff that inspires him. So we kind of put this nice little label rug down. It's no shade. I'm not trying to be funny. It's like something you would find in Target, like one of those, you know, something that's supposed to like. It's like what middle class bougie people think actual rich people would put in their house, but they would never. And God, that sounds so shady, but like no shade. Moving right along. So we put this thing there from the little side table from the fitness pack. The fitness pack is a sleeper hit. It has decent, cute, modern-ish furniture. I don't know why I said ish. It's just modern. It's decent modern furniture in it, and I kind of love that. So, we kind of put like a little chaise lounge. It's the Harlow set by Peacemaker, over in the corner, and put a little rug under it and stuff. Kind of give the room just some space and stuff. I didn't put too much up because we have pictures that are in the sim that's going to move in here. They have pictures in their inventory that they do put on their walls and things. So there's space for you to decorate a little bit. So we end up putting some more red furniture over here in front of the fireplace. And I think we're kind of looking for a rug. Go for a little black and white one. Add like to make the red chairs a little fun pop of color. And I think we're just using the same. Even your floors and your ceiling are never really the same material or color, but they are here because it's The Sims. So, and honestly, I mean, in most people's houses, their ceilings are just plaster, right? So we get to be bougie here, I guess, you know. And so I'll turn it to nighttime because there's so much open window space here. I wanted to see what, you know, at, realistically, one of the worst things is when you build your sim a house, and I like to build in the afternoon. So, because the lighting is just the brightest, and you can kind of, anyways, I like to build in the afternoon. When you build in the afternoon and you don't think about the lighting, and then you put your Sims into the house, and suddenly it is dark at night, like dark in your Sims house, and you like, there's not a lamp in here, there ain't nothing. So yeah, now I kind of like to, make it nighttime in game, and then go in and see, where we need the light at. So and then, in game, I like to go ahead and turn some of those lights off. Why? To set a mood. Is it, does that sound like conflicting information? Yes, it does. Anyway, I think this little hanging plant thing that we've done over the little island in, well, I guess it's not an island. It's more like a jetty, a jetta. I don't know. The word's not coming to me, and the word that is coming to me is offensive. So it would be right in context, but it's a slur. Anyways, I yeah. So it's from Peacemaker. The light hanging over there. I don't remember what set, but it's from Peacemaker. Yeah. So we're just kind of adding like decorative light pieces to the living room just so it can be a little bright at night when we are hosting and having company over, maybe. Um, yeah, so there's like this little, that's like a CC kind of like tile reflective um, floor tiles, but they're like glossy reflective floor tiles, but it's a rug. So put that in front of the door. For some reason, this rug from For Rent just wasn't going on the front porch. Wasn't gonna fight with it too hard. This space was seeming so blah to me, so ended up having to do something here. Um, you know, also kind of wanted to place our windows because I know we need like a formal dining area. Now, if there's one room I am willing to sacrifice in my gameplay, it's a dining room. Because realistically, I mean, in most American households, I see most people eat in front of the TV. Does that sound awful? It is. It isn't. Anyways, eat in front of your TV. So yeah, people eat in front of their TVs. They sit at their little, breakfast nook or whatever. Are gone the days where the American nuclear family sits down at the table and eats. I mean, it doesn't have to be. If you do that in your household, that's kind. But I, yeah, I don't know. So I usually don't do dining rooms. And so I wanted to make myself do a dining room here so myself could sit down somewhere and have somewhere to eat. Where TK lives now, there is no dining room. Why? Because he eats on the couch. He eats sitting in front of the couch or at his computer. That's it. So now look, he's got a child though now, so we gotta do adult like things. Um, you know, I hate doing things I have to because I have to. Tony talks. He's hilarious. And yeah, so we're doing a little half bath, and we did like a little closet with like kind of like a little walk-in area. I didn't just want it to be out there like that. Like, you kind of got to step into the closet area, and then you can put your little coat up, and then next to it is a little half bath for everyone. to, this is like for guests. Always think like, you know, your house should always have like a bathroom that, for lack of a better word, the public can use. Like, people who come over to your house and be like, "Oh, where's your bathroom? Oh, it's right over there." Then you got your like upstairs bathrooms to where like the sleeping quarters and rooms are and stuff. You got bathrooms up there for your little private bathroom. You don't want people in your private bathroom. So yeah, we kind of put like a little nook to hang a bag up, and then there's like a little mirror in there so you can kind of grab your coat, check how you're going, check how you're looking before you walk out the door. And then there is this table. I think that's CC. It's like a marble CC table. And then I use those chairs from high school years. Those chairs, I got my money's worth with those chairs. I have you. If I want to, if I'm using a Maxis item and I want something to look fancy dancy, I use them chairs. I love those chairs. They're just fancy enough. They look good enough. They come in interesting swatches. High School Years has some of the best build CC. Absolutely stand it. So we're looking for some things back here to kind of make our dining room look kind of cool. Put up some nice wall art. I there are these, I almost overused them, these like paintings, and they come in so many different swatches and colors. Um, I don't know who I got them from, but I use them in some. It's on that wall right there from the culture pack. I don't know who makes them, but I'm gonna look and I have to say it in the video because when I tell you love those paintings, they're just perfect. Um, there's like animals in nature and sci-fi and space and fantasy. So yeah, just a big fan. So adding a nice little rug over there, and the downstairs has kind of come together. It's a big open space. We love that for it. And so yeah. Now, one thing I did look at and I realized helps with the amenities portion of a residential rental is appliances. So if you're like, God, why is my amenities not going up even though I've been decorating this apartment? Put some appliances down. Put a teapot. Put mine with like a waffle maker if you have Home Chef Hustle, a pizza oven, stoves, like showers, jacuzzi tubs, hot tubs. Those all will make the amenities rise. So I kind of learned that here. Trying to get the going into game looking at like, well, how many stars are we at now that I'm decorated the whole downstairs and been like, oh, okay, we're only at 2 stars. Like, why? Like, let me see. And then I'm like hovering over and actually reading what it says because you should do that. They write it for a reason. And like, oh, okay, so let me like put some more of these things down. So that's why you saw me put some more appliances downstairs in the kitchen. I think we put like a tea kettle, a pizza oven, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, TK has a waffle. Actually, no, I put the waffle maker down. TK did have one in his inventory though. So, which was when, if I remember right, I feel like waffle makers were able to go into your inventory, but the waffle makers I've been haven't lately, and I kind of miss that. So maybe I'm just doing it wrong and I'm not being right. But anyways, coming upstairs, we are doing. I think this is TK's bathroom. We're doing basically the master bath right now. In the black and reds, adding some of those stackable towels. This is all CZ. Most of it by Peacemaker. I am a Peacemaker, so I'm a Peacemaker whore. Like, I love Peacemaker. They've got so much. Like, they do Maxis Match well. Like, their Maxis Match is top tier. I love good Maxis Match CC. I do. I love some Maxis Match CC. I've been a Maxis Match girly for a good long while now. And I like my alpha. I like to throw alpha pieces in with like well-made Max's Match CC because honestly, sometimes it will all like well-made Max's Match CC will sometimes look a little alpha. Like I think alpha creators do the best Max's Match CC and then Peacemaker. So hats off to Peacemaker. If you are looking for CC to download, just look at their page. Just go through. I'm telling you, you'll be there for a good long while. Okay, okay. Throw the dollar tip. Um, so yeah, I'm obsessed with like those macrame curtains that came with high school years. They're all over this house. They're all over a lot of my Sims houses. Why? Because I'm obsessed with them. So TK, the Sim who will be moving in here, has a baby, and I figured we needed a tub, even though he has one in his bathroom. This is like a convertible room. So as of right now, this is basically like their spa room because it's just a man and an infant living here. So he can kind of have this like, he doesn't have like a wife and kids yet. So we've this space can be like a nice little space to kind of chill, relax, get your jacuzzi soak in, look at the ocean, maybe get a hand massage, soak your feet or something. It's a spa room. I think once the kid grows up or we, get married and we have more children, it will become the kids' bathroom or a second upstairs bathroom. Over there, we have kind of made the studio all red. Anywhere that's like probably completely red denotes that like that's where a sim who wears a lot of red is going to be. So, um, for little baby Cobalt, we're still kind of figuring out Cobalt's colors and stuff. I don't think in this LP we've met Cobalt yet. So we'll do that soon. Um, but we'll kind of probably end up doing it once Xiomara gives birth. So again, this house is not for Xiomara; it's for her to rent out. And Xiomara is pregnant. She's going into her third trimester. So I think in the next part we should have the baby, and I'm really excited for it. I'm so ready for her to not to be pregnant no more. I feel like we've been pregnant forever. Like we really have been pregnant forever. So, but I wanted the baby to like, me. I didn't want to pop a baby out. I'm like, oh, we got a baby now. Like, I wanted pregnancy to kind of be involved in, things like that. So, we are moving into the nursery. We are putting down some things for the babykins. Excuse me, to use the we're putting things down for the there is an actual infant, and so I use that shelf from Tiny Twabaloos. um Felix Andre or Harry, Felix Andre and Harry. I know they work together a lot, and but it's by one of them, and the set is wonderful. I put that down and then realized it was Deco. So we're gonna put like a little crib over there in the corner. Um, yeah, love the cribs actually. I want more like CC cribs and more cribs in future packs. More cribs in future packs, not just from growing together, not just with the base game. Give us more infant cribs in future packs. Thank you. It's my TED talk. So yeah, we put a little dresser over there, and that's Sixum CC's boho baby thing. We don't end up keeping it there, but I do love it. It's like this like rattan kind of style, and love that. So we end up kind of switching that out. We're doing like some black furniture because we did red walls here. Don't want to be too loud, but we want to be loud enough. And looking for some clutter for the thing there. Yep. Changing table. Oh my god, I forgot the forgot the name. So we're looking for the changing table thing. And yeah, just some diapers and some baby clothes and some CC some Pampers And then a nice little play mat over there. That is CC. Also, more play mats. More things for infants, toddlers, and children in packs coming up. Okay. Um. So, speaking of, there should be like a. From what I've been told, it's like a gym cutting pack. I feel like I'm so wrong about that. Either way, it looks like we're getting like a stuff pack that's like going to have something to do with jewelry. I'm excited about that. I don't know what it's going to be about. So yeah, I had these like letters and I don't use those often. So, I wanted to kind of spell out the baby's name. Kind of give him a little. Make the baby feel like I want Zio to show this house to TK, and I want her to have gone so hard with like showing it that like when he comes in, he's like, "Oh, you like you like decorated for me." Like that's what we want for her. So she's kind of going all out, just fully decorating, getting things flown in and pieces brought in that she thinks they'll like. If you saw the little frog and if you saw a little frog on the wall, if you watch the streams, we play TK in a series called Fantastical Whims, done by the lovely Musier on Twitch. I think their Tumblr is Kennedy Dreams. And they wrote a challenge a while ago, and I said I was going to do it. And then I ended up playing through like two generations of Sims, just having some free kind of gameplay before I started another challenge because this family does derive way, 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 way back from my Not So Berry legacy challenge that I did. So I did all 10 generations of Not So Berry, and then I did 3 extra generations by Nexel of Not So Berry 2.0. Then we kind of did 2 generations without Not So Berry. I mean, without having a challenge. And so we're kind of starting back up with TK, who's from the same lineage, doing another challenge. So we're doing Fantastical Whims on Twitch. So we'll be playing in this house because he'll live here. So yeah, follow me on Twitch, Scotty Yachty Yachty 77. It's getting fun over there. We have a LP called Fantastical Whims, and then also New Royals. New Royals is getting juicy, girl. So yeah, I've been thinking about putting it here on YouTube as well. Kind of doing like an abbreviated version, just like the highlights from the stream, like strictly just the story, because we stream around and we play and we explore the game as well as the storyline. But we can just put like the story here on YouTube, so anybody who doesn't catch the streams and you don't have time to watch like the full 4 or 5 hour live stream, you can just kind of watch the abbreviated version here on YouTube. If you would like that, let me know down in the comments. Yeah, because it would be a little bit to do, to edit, but I think the story is kind of worth it. I'm really enjoying it. In storytelling in The Sims is interesting because there's the story you want to tell, and there's the story you can tell. Yeah. There's the story that's like, ooh, okay, I want them to do this, and then there's the limitations of the game. There's mods that kind of help any limitations of the game. I think any pack that comes out always adds to it. I think for went will we help me? No, for rent really kind of helped my gameplay as well. So yeah, I'm just kind of like a fan of the like different ways to tell a story with the game, but sometimes get a little frustrated with it. I do because you got you want to do something and then you can't. But that's the beauty of it. I feel like on Twitch is where we're playing the game, things go left, and then we just add it to the story. That is my particular play style. If random sim walks in someone's house, it's not particularly messing up my story. Why won't this sim go home? Why does she think she live here? Pay rent. I'm kidding. So I think it's just kind of fun to flip it and have a little fun with it sometimes. I know it can be annoying though. So we did put a more views video station up here, kind of switched the chair out. Just because the sim who's probably end up going to live is going to end up living here is going to be getting into some media production. He's an author. One of his books is being turned into a movie. We're all going to get into that in fantastical whims. So I just kind of wanted all that to be in here. But it looks like we are coming up on the end of the build portion. I do have like little like screenshots or walkthrough kind of coming up. So please enjoy. If you like this video, please like the video and make a comment or whatever. And I will see you in the next part. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you as someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Can we stop the clock and rewind? Go back to that moment in time. When you say you want me for life, was it all a lie? I gave my all to deserve ya. Begging on my knees just to show ya. You're the one I want and I love ya. No, 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 no lie. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you as someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Your love, 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 your love. Put your love on me. Your love, 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 your love. Put your love on me. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you as someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Your love, 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 your love. Put your love on me. Your love, 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 your love. Put your love on me. There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. 'Cause baby, I got you, 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 you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live 'cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. 'Cause baby, I got you, 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 you.
Take a bite, take a bite. So sour candy. Take a bite, take a bite. So sour candy.